Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Annalisa. Thank you for joining me, and I'm doing a reading for you today, which is what do people love about you? So looking into some of your beautiful qualities, highlighting them, reminding you of the awesomeness that's inside, and things that maybe you didn't see other people pick up on, but hopefully there is some kind of resonance with what comes out. So we've got 6 piles for you to choose from. Number 1 is the cries of praise. Number 2 here is the amethyst. Number 3, rose quartz. Number 4 is a shell, pink shell. Number 5 is peacock ore. And number 6, citrine, a citrine point. So, oh, you can't see number 6. There we go. So, yeah, tune into which pile feels good. I'll put the links below and we'll go into your reading and see what comes up. First of all, just saying a prayer to bring in a higher guidance, higher selves. Help us receive clear, pure messages that show us divine truth and understanding, in a secure, protected space surrounded by all our guides and ancestors, benevolent beings, spirit realm, plant realm, animal realm, angels and archangels, ascended masters, surrounding and protecting this space. Amen. Okay. So starting with group number 1, cries of praise. 4, 5, 6. So, group number 1. What do people love about you? Beautiful. First out, we've got the fairy godmother. This is a really, really beautiful, nourishing character. So this is someone who is able to make dreams come true, makes wishes come true. You know, she comes and sets her magic alight within Cinderella. It's kind of the inspiration. But she holds both the pearl of wisdom and understanding and insight, and the apple, which represents passion and desire, the flesh. And it's about bringing these two together. So it's the metaphor could be about highlighting the ability to manifest, bring the unreal into the real, to make your dreams come true. Others see you as somebody who's able to create a beautiful reality, and not just for you, it might be for other people, that you really grant people's wishes, that your actions or your words or your presence brings in this sense of magic into people's lives. And the fairy godmother's a beautifully warm and loving character. It's not a kind of cool magician, it's someone who's very nurturing, has got that kind of maternal, protective, nurturing instinct. And someone who brings in this real sense of beauty into life, and the mystery, working with the moon is very feminine energy, but wise, wise and loving feminine energy. It's really beautiful. And we have nurturing. So that's kind of confirming that, the sense of being able to really feed others, because you can feed yourself. You can't be deeply able to nurture and fulfill others on a deep, true level unless you can really do that yourself. So you have that capacity and you have that ability. So it's good for you to check who are you nurturing, and are you giving yourself the same attention that you would give others? And also the opposite, are you too much nurturing yourself and it's time to share and grant wishes and create beautiful realities for other people? Again, this abundance, this wealth, this connection to the earth, you have this within you in terms of your spirit and your soul is like enveloping for people. We have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. This is about really having this divine guidance, this ability to see. You're very psychic and clairvoyant, and people see that you have this wisdom and this insight. And they may come to you for advice. You know, you're the kind of person who, when people have a problem, they probably come to you and seek your support and seek your perspective on a situation. And also there's a sense of balance with the sacred geometry, that you're able to, you're quite a balanced person. I would say that because you've got this sense of grounding, but also this sense of magic. It was the same in the fairy godmother card, you know, bringing these different aspects together. It's bringing these different points in. I'm not sure if you meditate or not, but I would say that if you don't, you have the potential to really get a lot of insight and a lot of benefit from meditation. I mean, as we all do, but you have particular wisdom that comes through when you really sit with yourself and create that space, get into that presence. So for you, being really centered and aware, you probably have that capacity to really listen well, to be really present for others, present for yourself, really being able to pay attention to the details. Spiritual connection, yeah. So highlighting that again, this wisdom, this ability to connect to source and to bring in insight, maybe from other realms. You may be good at channeling, or have the capacity to be a really good channel and bring through wisdom from your higher self or from guides. We also have daring rebirth. So you're not afraid of change and reinventing yourself, and of becoming a new person, of finding a new way of being. And this could come from your insight, your ability to hold space for yourself and others, the ability to receive wisdom and listen, means that you have the confidence to endure change and transformation, and actually live it, you know, actually step into that. This may be relevant for your life right now, that you're in a place of going through some kind of rebirth, some kind of new experience in life. Exciting. Then we have the ringmaster of scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, details. Again, this sense of vision and insight, and again being able to listen and pay attention and have this understanding. Just highlighting that. I feel like you really are very wise, you know, typical old soul. There's a couple of cards, you know, here, like these older people. It's like you've got this this ancient wisdom and insight that you can access inside you, and people know that, people feel it, and that's why they come to you and look for that support from you. And then from the erotica cards, we've got provocation. So you also have this sense of playfulness, and maybe you can kind of provoke others a little bit. You can be kind of teasing, kind of quite fun, bring it out in others, or also you can embody that yourself. So you have the ability to just create the sense of fun in relationship. And that can be, you know, it doesn't have to be sexual. It can be in your friendships and family and things. But you have the sense to like be lighthearted and to transform a situation, to make it something different. You might even provoke others, you know, bring up subjects that are taboo or difficult. Like, you're not afraid to deal with that. But you can do it in quite a playful manner, a light manner. So really beautiful cards for you, group number 1. Hope that was inspiring, uplifting. And we'll move on. Okay, hi, group number 2. So for you, we have Singer of Courage. So you're someone who's brave, you know, and the one thing about bravery or courage that the quote that always stayed with me is this idea that you can't be brave unless you're scared. So anyone who you think is brave, it's because they've gone into the capacity to be scared and allowed themselves to feel fear and face it. So that's where courage comes from, is actually feeling the fear. So you may think you're not strong or brave or whatever it is, but your capacity to feel scared and face life and keep going and doing things means you have courage and means you are brave. This is really beautiful. This is an angelic card as well. It's very divinely connected. You can see the wings and the energy connection in this deck. Very, very pure, bright, lovely, lovely card. So that's a really gorgeous one to come out first off. And insight. So this, even visually, you can see this connection, this white light of connection. So I feel like you're someone who can really, again, receive and channel through information and understanding. And this is maybe what gives you courage, as you trust your intuition. You know, you're not afraid to take a risk on what you know, what you experience, and this gives you this bravery to kind of step out into the unknown and not be afraid of the dark. It's like you're not afraid of the shadow. You're not afraid of difficulties or challenges, or you might even like it. You know, it might even kind of inspire you or encourage you when something is a challenge. It really invigorates you, and people can see that in you and see that wisdom of that how much you can grow and inspire others through taking on difficult situations and going through them. Then we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Again, this beautiful heart center, which again is about this courage. I'm thinking of like the lion heart, you know, this ferocity and this power, and to really engage with that and share that from a not a sense of kind of anger, you know, this is from a sense of real love. Like your courage comes from your heart, and a very beautiful heart connection. It's almost like, I want to say, your courage might be quite quiet. It might be quite like an inner kind of courage. It might be something you face stuff alone, or you face stuff internally. And because of that, it's very beautiful what you do and how you move through things. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So the ability to not only have this insight, but to connect the dots and bring things together. To have this perspective. You have this ability to see a wider perspective. And again, when you have that understanding, that allows you to move through life in a confident way. I feel like you're a confident person. And then we have goodwill, and this is about having the compassion and insight about the greater good. So again, this relates to this being able to connect the dots, wider perspective, how you impact on others, how your life impacts on others. And when you do that, you can really encourage and inspire other people. I do feel like you're very inspirational. The action you take or the choices you make are unique. And you're really conscious of other people and the importance of connecting with others and taking responsibility within the greater whole. You're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. You might stand up for things that you think really need to be heard, like you might be an activist or charity worker or supporter, that kind of thing. Like you do things that you really want to benefit the wider community. And then we have higher will. So this, again, is about listening to your intuition. Quite instinctive, you know, you're a go-getter, and it's because you're really tuned into a bigger purpose of life, a higher perspective of life, and the importance of following that, trusting that. So you might be quite dedicated in your meditation practice or in your personal care practices, because that allows you this space to connect. You have some way or something that you do that gives you this regular understanding or connection. Could even be like a sport, something like that, like water sports, or being or connecting to nature in some way, that you spend this time where you really have a dialogue, or you create space for dialogue within yourself. Then we have the sun dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Yeah, you know, this is like, you're someone who has got this sense of free-spiritedness, who wants to enjoy life, who wants to go out there and experience things and be alive, really, really be physical in the world. That you want to really engage with the mysteries and the understanding and the excitement of what's available in your life. And then we have play as well. So again, it's this, I love how at the end we've got this real sense of fun that's come in to kind of complement this other aspects of you. So it's a real nice rounded feeling of this playfulness, but also this wisdom and this courage. Yeah, someone who really embraces and enjoys the experience of being alive, and that you can create that for others, or that you draw people into it. And if you don't feel you can, you have the capacity to, and others see that in you. Okay. Thank you, group number 2. Hope that was insightful for you. Group number 3, rose quartz. Okay. So we have, first up, Solace and the fairies of the future. So you're someone very warm, Solace. This is quite, it's like the sunrise, it's like the warmth, the light, the heat coming into the world. So you're someone who brings in warmth, who brings in a sense of light and security and hope. Like you're a real bringer of hope into the world. And I feel like you're very optimistic. You know, you look to the future, you look to fairies of the future, you look to bring in, like, what can I create in the world? What can we, how can we light up, how can I light up my life? How can I light up other people's lives? What is the energy and vitality that I can bring to my experience of life and existence? And I feel like you also see the potential for different opportunities and ways to walk and move through life, and to kind of keep rising again, and choose the journey and choose the path. And, you know, every day is a new day. Could be something you say, like, every day is a new opportunity. Every day we can, like, have the chance to rebuild or to create our life anew. And so you're very, you've got this positivity and this warmth that is infectious for you and for others. Peace. Yeah, this sense of calm and security, that when you hold that real essence of the warmth and light in you, it's like you radiate this sense of security for others. You know, she's hugging the world. I feel like you really care about other people. You really care about the earth or animals or community. You've got this real sense of the importance of us all connecting and us all being one family, and the earth needing care and needing to be respected and looked after. yeah, with the sun symbol as well, it's like this real connection to nature and to the cycles, natural cycles of life. Holy Spirit, expect miracles. This is you. You're like, anything can happen. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So you are someone who really sees potential, sees opportunity, believes in creating anything. Anything is possible. Anything is achievable, and you are an inspiration for that. People see this in you, that you don't let life get you down so much. You don't let yourself be stopped by problems. You look for the positive and you really focus on that for yourself, for others. Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Yeah, and look at her determination and her focus. You know, she's very feminine looking, but she's got this real strength of character, this real sense of power and wisdom, and everything aligning. It's like you really trust that things are going to align, that you just need to get yourself into the right place, get yourself in terms of energetically, emotionally, getting yourself into a really clear, stable place, and then things will unfold naturally. Divine order, allowing things to really come into your life as opportunity. Surprises. You might like surprises, or you have surprising things happen because you are someone who just allows for miracles, allows for the unknown to really bloom and blossom. And then we have purification and searing presence. So this might be relating to what you're going through right now. You might be going through a time where you're releasing a lot of things, letting go of a lot of things, maybe letting go of old habits, old mindsets, old ways of being and doing in the world. Releasing those, purifying who you really are, and really showing up. It's like this choice to show up in the world, to be someone different or new, or just create your life anew. And kind of in a playful way. Like, I feel like you have this youthful energy that's come alive. It's like coming alive again and being in the world and being here. The Rainbow Prince, compensation and perseverance. And you can see this rainbow in the dark, this looking up to the light. Again, it feels like all this kind of shadow and darkness around, but there's this rainbow. There's this beautiful rainbow, and it's like you can master the rainbow. It's like I was wondering, do I feel like he's catching it, or catching the rainbow, or sharing the rainbow? And I feel like it's both. You know, there's some in each hand. It's like sharing this light and this hope. Again, the rainbow, the symbol of hope, shining hope into the world, but also this holding this part for yourself and this real beacon of light for others. You don't realize how influential you are on other people. And pleasure. Not afraid to enjoy yourself and say, this is what feels good. This is what makes me really come alive and be in life, that gives me fun, that gives me a sense of enjoyment, that gives me a sense of being happy in my physical body, you know, really allowing myself to engage with my sensuality, with my senses, you know, all my senses, to see the beauty in life and to feel it, to eat good things, to listen to beautiful music, whatever it is. It's like allowing yourself to enjoy in life's pleasures without guilt, allowing that in, letting go of what doesn't serve you. Thank you for tuning in, group number 3. I hope that was insightful and helpful for you. Group number 4, the shell. Okay. For you, we have, first up, Gloominess, doom, and the spirit dancer. So, what do I feel from this? I feel like, so you're someone who is not afraid to feel sad, to embrace your emotions. You're the kind of person who can cry, and maybe who even cries in public, who says, I feel crap right now. Life is difficult. And people admire you for doing that. You're not afraid to say, this is difficult, life is difficult, I'm struggling, I need help. But you're not just this, you know, the second card came out for you guys as well, which the spirit dancer is about being able to creatively move through the flow of life. It's the air energy, it's the ability to dance and inspire and interact with what's going on in the world around you. So yeah, you can feel down at times, you know, you can feel like you might feel really low. You might have been recently in a state of depression or grief or mourning and some kind of letting go of something, releasing something, or really feeling the weight of darkness in the world or in your own life. But you also have this ability to move through it, like find a way to overcome yourself and to shift. And so people might see these kind of different sides of you, these different aspects of you, and it might even confuse people. They're like, how is he or she, how are they like completely down and now today they're fine? But it's because you've got this ability, almost like a child, to move with your emotions. Because, you know, children, they just can have a massive tantrum and then 2 minutes later be laughing and giggling and didn't even know it happened. And, you know, for an adult, often it's really difficult to make that shift, but you're the kind of person who can do that, who can shift their emotions, who can use their mind to come out of this kind of state. Love. People see you as someone with a big heart, as someone who has a lot to offer and a lot to give, someone who's a very nurturing and loving person who wants to share their ability to connect with others on a deep level and to hold them. It can be even holding space for them, or holding holding that place, that space where they can just be, and to appreciate them. I feel like you're not a very judgmental person, that you just really appreciate and love people. Like you can really feel into them. You're very empathic, I would say. Likely someone who can really feel someone else's feelings in yourself. Can be why you sometimes get down. You're kind of really picking up and holding on others or collective energies, and it's very important for you to clear your energy regularly and really disconnect from others, you know, cord cutting, that kind of stuff, so that you really hold your own energy in your own space as well as others. Radha, soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Yeah, again, this connects to this love energy again. This ability to really deeply relate and deeply reflect and be with another. Because you can really deeply feel them. It's really important for you to be very aware of how deeply you do feel and how deeply you do connect to others, because you have a big impact on them, maybe even more than you realize, on an emotional level. So people might not even understand why they have certain feelings or conversations or experiences with you. There might be the kind of people who say, I never opened up to someone like that. I never said that to anyone else before. I never had that that conversation. And so you kind of create this very sacred space where they can open up. Similarly, because you probably are able to do that yourself. And there's a sense of protection around that that expression that you hold. And then we also have discernment. So this is the ability to see through illusion and see to the truth. And so I love this, the green with this heart energy again, nourishment and nurturing, but also you don't take any from anyone. You don't take any rubbish. You know, you really, because this ability to feel into someone's energy or into someone's space, you can see to the truth of things beyond what is presented in a 3D world. And so this is what's really important to you. To people to have integrity, because you can feel that, and you can feel when it's not in alignment, and so you create a very clear, this is how you create a safe space, is because you then create a very clear aura, because you have very clear discernment and very clear integrity. So you're clever. Then we have the camel boy, small steps, asking for help. This connects to the Gloominous Doom card that came up. It's the ability to share your vulnerability and to share your what might be perceived weaknesses or difficulties. It's like you're able to ask for help. You're able to reach out when you need to, and you're able to say what's difficult, and to, in a very grounded way, move forward with these small steps to. Yeah, you don't need to rush. You don't rush things. And then we have sacred union, partnership and romance. So people may see you as an ideal partner, as someone who is really a really deep and sacred person to be in relationship with. You know, you've had a few love and relationship cards, so you might be very attractive, and that, you know, that may or may not conform to traditional ideas of what attraction is, but because of your heart space and your holding space, your empathy and your vulnerability, you're able to really attract people in and create very beautiful and sacred relationships. And this can be it can be romantic, but it can also be within family and friends that you may be very respected. You may have quite a lot of friends, or the friendships that you have are very deep and very sincere. And yeah, you're very, I was just seeing the submission card, and it's this sense of this non-judgmental thing about being able to just allow people in and appreciate people and love people and be with people, and everyone just loves that, and it means they want to be with you and spend time with you and connect with you because you're open. You know, you're open to who someone is without putting this kind of magnifying glass to kind of decide what is or isn't wrong about them. You're just a very open, loving person. Really beautiful. Group number 4, thank you for joining. Okay, group number 5. Got the peacock oar. Okay. The sage. You're wise. But wise, you know, the ability to look inside and outside, to see both, and to act with a sense of wisdom. You've got this ability to step back, and this kind of oldness. What's the word? Old soul. You're an old soul, and you have this ability to kind of just really perceive and hold this very strong understanding, observation, reflecting what's going on inside and externally, beautifully combined with Iris of the Rainbow, which is this light in the storm, this ability to bring in, the rainbow comes with the sun and rain. When there's everything's going on after the storm or in the middle of the storm, the clouds part and Iris comes in with this beautiful rainbow of hope and of insight. You kind of refresh people with your wisdom, and a kind of playfulness as well. She's very playful, and she's, you know, she's sensual as well. There's this sense of maturity, you know, real maturity that's in quite a it's like wise but playful maturity. Like it's a sovereign, you know, these two, we've got a masculine and feminine. It's like really holding this energy in you that's very sovereign and very clear, and able to embrace and enjoy the whole spectrum of what's going on in this kind of cloudy, chaotic world. You kind of see it as this dance that's happening, and you kind of may almost kind of mock life a little bit, kind of laugh at life a little bit, and that can be really inspiring for other people, because they see how you can let things go and find that rainbow and find that joke, find that moment to lighten things up. Service. You're very aware of others and wanting to really support and bring your own message to the world. You really care about others. What's he holding? It looks like a really long toilet roll. You can clean stuff up, you know. You can clean shit up. And you may do that in the world, you know. You want to go in and just make things better. Just make a real better place. Like with everything that's going on, you're the one who is not afraid to see it all, have a laugh about it, go in, let's clear this up. You really care about our life, our world. And then we have the Miriam, sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. And remember that love has no boundaries. Yeah, this is really beautiful. It's like this ability to not be fazed, maybe by people, if you have people around you or situations around you that are challenging. You don't let it affect you. You just trust that there is good, that everyone has good in them, and you'll look for that, ability and that knowing. And I feel like you're quite a pure person, you know. You're you kind of take care of like cleanliness in your energetic body. So you may do things that really help nourish and look after your body. Even you just really enjoy like literally washing and cleaning and making everything neat. It might be in your home. Emotionally, just it's almost like you can see the kind of chaos and mess around, but it doesn't get your clothes dirty, you know. You can kind of just go in and be in your light and be in your energy and just see through it and hold your own beautiful clarity in that space. We have Spear of the Guru Mother. So you're very focused. You have this capacity to act on what you know and what you believe in, and to just despite obstacles, just to kind of break through and keep going through to reach your goal. So you might have a specific goal in your life at the moment or generally, and you're someone who's really dedicated to that and who will put in the time, put in the energy, put in the work to move towards it. yeah, with strength. You know, you've got the strength to go through to that, and people see that. They see you as someone who's very dedicated, who's very committed, who has this knowing and this understanding, and who really follows through on what they say and what they believe in. We have the Chess Queen, trust and strategizing. Yeah, you're quite clever. You're quite clever. And you, again, you know, it's interesting with this spear. It's like you can have your focus, but you can see that to get there, you need to move this way. And so your wisdom from the sage is this ability to realize that there are creative ways or other ways to move through obstacles. You may have had or have challenging people in your life, difficult players, and you've had to really negotiate your life with them, around them. I don't want to say around them, but to maintain your own space and your own sovereignty when there are other people who maybe impact on you, who may be difficult people, and you're really aware of that, and you have this you're having this experience, this learning, or this understanding, or this ability to combat them, not to attack them, but to work with that in your life and negotiate it. People might see you as someone who is quite good at understanding complex situations and people, and being able to work through that in your life. The winged wise ones, angelic help, miraculous aid. Again, this wisdom and this higher insight, this purity, and this like gift. I feel like you can really support other people in their life. You really have this lovely quality of caring, and you can feel like an angel to people. You can feel like someone who comes in and really helps and protects and supports them in their life. And we also have indifference, and I like this card because it's kind of what I was feeling from Iris earlier on as well, with this, she's kind of naked, nonchalantly, just like chilling in her chair, looking at this rainbow. And again, there's this like, just relax, sitting back, nudity. I feel like you're someone who's probably more confident with their body, with their sensuality, with their sexuality, who's just kind of like, isn't fazed by, people or relationships. Or it's like you have this capacity just to sit back and allow things to move through. And I feel like you really care, like you do really care about others, and you care about connection. But at the same time, you can easily let things go, or easily find a solution. You might turn to humor, or turn to something to kind of lighten the mood, and you don't let people or relationships get you down. And you're there to kind of really enjoy, this real enjoyment of life, and look for the pleasure. Sometimes you may need to focus a little bit more on what is going on with others, but generally, people see that your ability to just be you and just enjoy yourself and your own presence as a really beautiful thing. So thank you so much for tuning in, group number 5. See group number 6, citrine. We have the fawn. This is beautiful. These two first cards, the fawn and the singer of transfiguration. But look at the kind of similarity in the shapes on these kind of winged beings. And the fawn is about harmony, harmony in connection, harmony in relationships, harmony in being with another. The fawn is, you know, this very gentle, caring and nurturing and loving, soft energy. At the same time, this phoenix, this fiery bird, this fiery passion. It's like you're both very, very gentle and soft, and also incredibly powerful and fiery and dynamic, passionate, energetic. You've got these different sides to you, and yeah, people might be really inspired by that. That you know, you can be these different things. People aren't just one way or one person. They have these different aspects to them, and you've got this really dynamic character where in one situation you may be very intimate and very soft and loving, and then in another situation you may be really out there and passionate and big and wild. New beginnings. This might relate to where you are in your life right now, but also just the fact that you have the ability to restart in your life. You're not afraid to let things go, to start from scratch, to try things out, to believe that new things are possible, believe that there are different ways, and you kind of are able to embrace the challenge of that, embrace the difficulties of that, and start something new. And again, we've got this fire and the star energy. It's this kind of bringing together of these different elements. It's like you have a real mix of elements in your energy. Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. Yeah, you're really... so you have a real focus and real intention, and I feel like you can even be quite stubborn sometimes, you know, when you've got a real certainty about what you want, then you will really go for that. And people see you as someone who's really choosing the best life for themselves, who really wants to create a beautiful, beautiful experience and existence. My battery has just said it's going to shut down in 30 seconds. So I might have to tack another bit onto this video. Grace for the grand gesture. I'll go into that in a second, but this is a beautiful, powerful capacity as well. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so grace for the grand gesture. This is about the ability to make big things happen, to really express yourself, do something courageous, that's bold, that has weight to it. You know, this could be like a really big, like, you know, organize a huge surprise party for someone, or declaring your love in a really vulnerable situation, or standing up and singing in front of people. It's like you're not afraid, or you have the capacity to really step up there and make a big gesture for yourself or for others, for community. People see you as, you know, not afraid to get out there and be seen and be expressing or doing what really lights you up, or how you want to light the world up. And then we have Lady of the Gift, like grand gesture, gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. You might flip between being really giving everything and then like hiding in and kind of bringing everything back in again. But the Lady of the Gift is definitely about someone who wants to give, someone, you know, typical kind of feminine energy. It doesn't mean you're a woman, but this feminine energy that you want to share and put out into the world, and people see you as someone who's generous with their time, with their money, with their belongings, with their, you know, you might be giving lifts to people, always bringing food, sharing your things you don't need anymore, giving them out, that kind of thing. You're someone who's really generous. People love that about you. And the dream walker. Dreams, the collective good, and illusions. This can be that you actually work with your dreams. You might be someone who even has lucid dreams or can astral travel, or someone who works with the magic of the dreamscape and the unseen, but also someone who has dreams for their life, who wants to achieve and be something, and who's calling it in. This may even be kind of the energy where you are right now, that you're calling in what you really want and are passionate for your life, and your life is this big gesture. This new beginning is the gesture is the new beginning, that you are starting this or creating this new experience, this new world, and calling in what you really, really want. It's very beautiful. I feel like you may also be really dedicated to creating a better future, a better world. You want to do something that really connects people, unites people, or improves people's lives. You want to really call people into a better experience of living and being, and to improve their situation. Beautiful. And seduction. I felt this as well, with this card. There's she's quite seductive, this girl playing the flute. You might have this this aura about you that is enticing, that might be a little bit mysterious, might be a little bit playful, but that people are really drawn to you, and they want to understand you better and know more about you, and they're just like being around you, because you have this magical energy about you that just calls things in, and you at the same time you're kind of quite bold. It's like these two cards to start with, right? This fire energy and this soft, gentle energy. It's like you move between the two, and that nature about you really allures people, and they're excited by your presence and excited by the energy that you put out into the world. Okay, that's my message for you, group number 6. I hope that was insightful, helpful, inspiring. What an amazing person you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to speaking to you again another time. Give me a thumbs up.